So, I wanted to talk today about an exciting email that I got, which was the email itself didn't have a lot of details. It just confirmed and reminded me of something that I had forgotten about. About sometime halfway through 2023, maybe after the summer, Riot Games announced that they were making a collectible card game. And prior to that, they had announced they were making MMO. So, if you're not familiar with Riot Games, they make League of Legends. If you're not familiar with League of Legends, it's the second massively multiplayer online battle arena. The first being Dota, and then Dota 2 came out just as League of Legends was coming out, or maybe just after. The point is that you have this massively multiplayer game where it's sort of it's not a 1v1, it's mostly a 5v5 type of game, and you're basically playing on a team, and you have one half of the arena, and the other team has the other half of the arena, and you're working your mobs down. Mobs are like these little NPC creatures that are attacking these towers, and you've got to defend your side, basically, and work your way into the enemy territory and eventually destroy their home base. League of Legends was one of my favorite games of all time, and I played it for so long. My friend and roommate and co-worker at eBay introduced me to Dota, and among other things that he was doing like competitions for Smash Brothers and stuff like that, but he was constantly playing Dota and constantly trying to get me into Dota, and I did try it, and at the time, I didn't fully understand what I was supposed to be doing, and I didn't connect with it. But once I moved back to Ontario from British Columbia, I heard about League of Legends, and I remember messaging him saying, hey, there's this new Battle Arena coming out. I don't think he ever played it. I think he stuck with Dota and maybe went to Dota 2. But I played League of Legends, and I think I started off with, it was Vigor was my first character, and I didn't play him very well at first, and I don't remember fully I didn't fully understand the importance of gaining the 1 AP for every kill, and I don't think I really understood it had to be last shot and that kind of stuff. So I never did very well with Vigor, and I played Vigor mid and didn't do that great. And then what was the next character? I think I tried to play Gangplank, and I wasn't very good at Gangplank. Don't know why. I think that next was either Warwick or Teemo was next, and I remember when Warwick first came out, jungling was a new thing, and people would be angry at you for jungling. This is basically you're not actually defending any of the lanes, you're just sort of going through and you're ganking people, assassinating them essentially, and people would get angry if you tried to jungle, and then that completely reversed and switched, and then people would get angry if there wasn't a jungler on your team. But Warwick was the first character that was specifically designed for doing the jungle, because there's these little mobs inside there that he had extra damage towards. Anyway, the point of this is that I played a lot of League of Legends, and I worked my way through Teemo, and eventually ended up at Xin Zhao. And then from about, probably 2014 onwards, I really didn't want to play anyone other than Xin Zhao, and I really didn't. You can check out my old YouTube channel, or my other YouTube channel that's my personal channel. It's Vox Newman or Kevin Newman. If you look that up, you'll be able to find an old video of mine, one of the only video I have of me playing League of Legends as Xin Zhao. And in fact, I don't even have any videos of me playing other characters. And I think it shows me being quite good at the game, not necessarily at pro level. My other crowning achievement that I don't think anyone else has done, and I don't have video of this or a screenshot or anything like that, was my Teemo put a bunch of mushrooms around Baron. And our team was losing, and we had just been TK'd. And we were basically waiting to get rezzed, and they were all going to Baron, and they're attacking Baron, and we're all in chat being like, oh, we're going to lose the game now, they're going to have the Baron buff. And I'm like, no, relax. we'll get it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine." And they're like, "Well, why are you so confident in that?" I'm like, "Well, look." And around Baron were my mushrooms, and there was one character that kept, I can't remember who he was playing, but he kept maneuvering around behind Baron, even though you don't really need to do that, as far as I know. I think there's a sort of ADHD in most League of Legends players where they need to be constantly on the move. And this player kept tripping mushrooms, and he had tripped one or two at this point already, and you'd think, oh, stop tripping the mushrooms because there could be more. Anyway, near the end of them getting Baron down to the last little bit of health, he tripped the final mushroom at the very back, which no one would have put there but me. And because most people, why put a mushroom in behind Baron? Why waste that mushroom when it could be anywhere else on the map where it would be more effective? Because almost nobody's stepping behind Baron. Anyway, he trips it, and the last hit on Baron is my poison after we have just rezzed, and we had the Baron buff, and then we went on to win the game. So I think I have the most, audacious move. I don't know. If anyone else has done that, let me know. I don't have any screenshots or any video of it. It's just something that happened in 2015, maybe 2016, maybe as early as 2014. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, this kind of went off course into my playing League of Legends, but it goes to show how excited I am about a collectible card game based on League of Legends. Now, make no mistake, it's not a Magic killer. It's not a Pokemon killer. It's not even a Flesh and Blood killer. It's not even, Lorcana killer or whatever. The point is that it's a game based on something that I really like. And interestingly, the company that's making it makes Universus the game. And it's kind of like a Universes Beyond type of, where it just uses IPs. But this League of Legends game is its own game. And I'm going to get into another video more of the specifics of the game. But I'm excited for it because League of Legends is really popular. It's one of my favorite things. I'd love to have a card of Xin Zhao and be able to play a Xin Zhao deck. And so my distributor's email was simply a question, how interested are you in this game? So I told him I'm very, very interested in it. More interested than I am in Lorcana, right? So that's probably where I would be, purchasing product at that level of Lorcana, not necessarily at the level of Pokemon or Magic the Gathering, but above Lorcana, which is above Flesh and Blood. So to me, I guess that makes it my third favorite card game, although technically I've purchased a lot of sorceries, but that's sort of an anomaly. Anyway, this game is coming out sometime in 2025. They've showcased it in China, so it's going to be in every language. And at some point, they'll be showcasing it in various other regions. And I'm just really excited about it. And I kind of wanted to share the news that I had kind of forgotten about. There's a couple of videos from a few months ago where the team talks about the game, and I encourage you to go watch that video. It's pretty great. It makes me even more interested in the game because, who knows whether the game will be good until you see the game and you play the game, but they kind of outlined kind of their vision and showed a little bit of how the game works, and I like what they had to say so far. I'm not saying that this game is going to go gangbusters, that I just hope it doesn't turn into Star Wars Unlimited, that it's huge in the first set and then fizzles out and dies. I don't want that. I would rather it not be huge when it first comes out and to just be steady and okay, which seems to be what Universus is, although I'm not personally that interested in it. I got some Attack on Titan boxes through Universus and some Godzilla playmats and Attack on Titan playmats, but I myself am not particularly interested in, and it doesn't really sell at my store, but I think League of Legends will, because I've talked to some people and they were big into League of Legends. Anyway, that's this video. In my next video, I'll talk a little bit more about the gameplay and, how League of Legends affects the market. I don't know. It'll be an interesting video about the game rather than about the announcements and what's coming, that kind of thing. Anyway, check that out.